Wiki. What's up, y'all? It's me, Corbin, and it's my homie, Brian. And guess what? This right here, look at this. Do you see these words appearing underneath my fingers? This is the MrMaple Show. And guess what? We're gonna talk about some Japanese maples today.
You got it right, man. Every week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, we do a 10 of 10 lineup. We do a video highlight on those particular cultivars. We actually do 20, but in order to find out what those are, you got to sign up for the weekly email at MrMaple.com. That keeps you in the loop of the full listing that we have. We got some killer plants today. I'm excited about our lineup, man. We've been hanging out over here at the Maplewood Knoll Gardens, just chilling, man, enjoying the sights and sounds and the beautiful trees everywhere. We got a nice lineup for you guys. We're excited to get right to it.
Yeah, guys. It might almost be fall time, but here we got an amazing spring interest maple. We got Acer palmatum, coral pink now.
I mean, this thing comes out with some insane spring colors. This is kind of one of those like corallinum style Japanese maples. Really prominent, vibrant spring color. This thing leaves out almost a white with a pink hue over top of that, going to some bold pinks, and then kind of transitioning into these kind of green tones as you can see here in the summer months.
I mean, that almost white, man.
White.
Love that. The pink colors in the springtime are going to be electric. Throw this next to some yellows, man. That pink and yellow. The Japanese love that combo, man. And it's an amazing combo. This is a Core Van Gelderen introduction. Now, if you've never heard of him, he's from Holland. And he runs a little nursery called Esfield Plantinium. They're kind of like the European versions of us. You know, they have a little bit thicker, a little bit different of an accent, I'll say, over there. But something I've noticed in my short time of being in this maple game, man, you know, I love the game. But the Europeans, they love to take this corallinum group that we talk about, which is that kind of that coral, pinky, new growth during the springtime. They like to take it to the next level. You see a lot of different varieties of corallinum. And I just love how in maples, you just have like a maple for every single different color in that Crayola color box, man. You know, it's like every corallinum is just that little bit of difference. If you're looking for maybe a little bit of a darker hue, you're looking for a little less saturation in that leaf, you can find it. And coral pink is going to give you an amazing, beautiful baby pink color. And some amazing fall time colors as well, guys.
Yeah, bright scarlet reds in the fall on this thing as well. It's got a smaller size leaf with a nice serrated edge on that as well, which kind of separates it from a lot of those other corallinum types. Check out the pictures that we have on our website, man. It's unreal what this thing looks like in the spring. And if you're needing something that's just like going to blow people's minds when it comes out in the spring, this is definitely a cool plant to do it with. Smaller size too, we're talking about 6 to 8 feet in 10 years. So a medium-sized tree would be great for containers. I'd love to see this in a bonsai form. I mean, can you imagine that white pink color in bonsai form would be totally insane. Got some good looking size 1 gallons here for you guys today. Coral pink. All right, guys, we got another killer maple lined up for you here. We got Acer palmatum, strawberry spring.
Man, get the peanut butter, because this one's going to go perfect with so many things in that garden. I love some strawberry spring. Now, one of the first times this one just kind of took my breath away, man. We were in Oregon one spring. We're walking around just this little place called, Talon Buckholtz's house.
Oh, yeah.
The Flora Farms. And, I just see this huge specimen, which you're probably seeing on the screen right now. I mean, it looks pretty amazing. Beautiful pink colors. And I just love that kind of habit that it has, kind of filling up the landscape. Not going to get too wide, not going to get too tall, but it's going to give you a big impact in the garden.
Yeah, this one's only going to get about 6 to 8 feet in 10 years, so medium-sized tree. And some of the ones I've seen, it almost has a little bit of a spreading habit to it, not just a straight upright. But good structure on these as well. And that pink color in the spring is really, really nice. Now this was a seedling found by Talon Buchholz. This was a seedling from Amber Ghost. So if you think about like, you know, some of those things that you love about Amber Ghost, and then some of those things you love maybe about like Celebration, this is kind of somewhere in the middle of that. Nice little sweet spot where those colors play off of each other. Dark green veining with that light pink in the spring. Kind of greening up this time of the year, but then you get that new growth flush over top of that. Bright pinks again coming on in the summer. And then some beautiful red colors in the fall, man. This thing is a great plant for just about any landscape. Now you want to get this a little bit of protection from the hot afternoon sun in those hotter climates, but a great tree for the landscape.
Yeah, man, I just love this, the shape of this thing. Kind of reminds me of like something like that Oregon sunset. And I just think like that's a great tree to kind of put in an area where you need some width, not much height. I think like this would look pretty good right next to it, just because like that play between like pink versus like kind of rich, really dark red would be amazing. I love reticulated varieties.
All right, guys, we got another beautiful Japanese maple for you here lined up. Now, these are an XL size that you see here. These things are huge. We got some Acer palmatum, Shojo Nomura.
Yeah, I mean, that beautiful red-faced monkey, pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
This tree, I know it's, you know, late summer right now, kind of that early fall. But yeah, whenever I think about a red-faced monkey, I'm definitely thinking about them little white snow monkeys hanging on, hanging onto the mountain, and they look pretty beautiful. I guess if you like monkeys. But yeah, I think that this one takes its name from that probably. Just how amazing this color gets during the springtime as it flushes, being a nice upright red. Pretty good size too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this thing really takes off. I mean, this is a vigorous grower. Over a foot of growth a year, so you can get around 10 to 12 feet in 10 years. So nice upright Japanese maple. If you need a larger size red upright Japanese maple, it's something a little bit outside of the box of like your Blood Goods or Emperor Ones. I think this is an interesting one here. It holds its color really, really well. I think that's one of the things that really makes this one stand apart. I mean, we're here in September and we still have some beautiful red colors on this, where a lot of other trees have kind of started to green out by this time of the year, kind of getting ready for that fall color. Now this thing, when the fall color comes, it puts on a show too, man. Vibrant scarlet reds. So you get a Japanese maple that's going to have a really prominent red color in spring, holds that color through the year, and then another big bold red display in the fall. So I think this is a well-balanced tree.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, dude. I think, I always sit and I get distracted thinking about, you know, pairings I would put with this.
Right.
And just because of the name alone, I'm thinking maybe, you know, you got that beautiful red-faced monkey. They need some snow. You know what I'm saying? Man. Maybe you pick up a little snow kitten next to this thing. You got your Ukigumo, your snow mountain, bro, next to your little red-faced monkey, dude.
Right. Well, maybe you go with a little snow cloud, a little dwarf ginkgo, variegated. I mean,
dude, a snow cloud would be a great combo with this one, man.
It definitely would. I always think of that name when I think about the red-faced monkey. I always think of them hanging in a like hot springs tub, you know, and they're like eating the bugs off of somebody else's back, just hanging out with that bold red face. It's crazy, man. I love this tree. I think it's well balanced, a great seasonal interest throughout, and a vigorous grower. It's hard to beat Shojo Nomura.
Oh yeah, guys. Next up, another little Talon Buchholz introduction, another reticulated variety. We got Acer palmatum, wave leaf.
Wave leaf. Man, you know, Buchholz, he don't mess around. He's like the king of the reticulated types. Got so many exciting evaluations as he's released over the years. Wave leaf is another really cool one, man. It's really trying to kind of define and, you know, make those characteristics even more specific on those reticulated types, because they can be similar in some ways, but I think what sets this one apart is in the name, wave leaf. It's got a nice little wave to that leaf, little fine serrations on the edges of that, and just gives you a different texture than your typical reticulated types.
Yeah, man, this one, it's looking like you lathered it up, man. You put a do-rag on it, bro. It's got the waves on there, man.
Got the waves.
And this thing's looking nice, dude. I just love how that leaf just kind of undulates, as I say. It really just gives some depth, bro. Who would have thought, man? That movement in the leaf of the plant gives you a little bit of extra depth, a little bit of visual interest. And I mean, yeah, we all love reticulateds. Brian and I love reticulated varieties, man. I mean, we've got a couple favorites, man. This might crest into that favorite category. I definitely know that a lot of customers really enjoy this look. Can give you some really nice red colors. But yeah, so much visual interest in just the leaf shape itself. And it's just really cool. Play with the sun exposure on this to really play with those colors, fine tune it to the way you want it. And yeah, just sit it out there, enjoy it, and ride the wave, man.
Yeah, I think it's cool to think about how a lot of us collectors and plant enthusiasts play a part in some of this world of horticulture that we all kind of live within. Obviously, we get to kind of dabble in it. We work at MrMaple, but this plant actually was part of Buckholtz's kind of Rising Stars program, where it was like seedlings that he wasn't sure about. Yeah, they were nice, but wasn't sure if he was actually going to put a name on them and start producing. But this one kept getting attention, right? People kept walking in, they're walking by, they're like, man, what is that one? I want one of those. And so it started coming on Talon's radar. He's like, wait a minute, maybe I need to put a name on this thing. Go ahead and get it out there. I mean, if the people want it, you got to give the people what they want, right?
I know,
so I love the fact that, you know, sometimes you just have to let the demand of the market kind of determine what is going to be popular, and this tree has been very popular. It sells really well here at MrMaple.
Yeah, man, anytime I do that and pick up a tree, try to buy it, man, Matt and Tim are like, well, that's a stack plant, bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could get you a little piece of some Buckholtz history today with this wave leaf, man.
Wave leaf.
Guys, from your head to your twinkle toes, we got an awesome Cryptomeria twinkle toes right here. I mean, look at this thing, super dwarf, bro.
Man, this is one of the super dwarf conifers out there. This thing is like a foot tall in 10 years. So like, you're looking at like a mature specimen of this right here in this pot. This thing takes forever to get to this size right here. So to be able to offer these bigger size, definitely a great opportunity for you guys to pick up one. It's going to have a little bit more presence in the garden than maybe like a 1 gallon would. Especially like if you're just needing a nice little bright spot in a garden somewhere. This thing has some crazy golden colors in the spring. That new growth flushes really makes this thing pop.
It's crazy that this thing has the same, you know, name as I had in high school, bro. Whenever I'd bust it out on the dance floor, man. Right. And this thing kind of shines just like how I used to back in the day, man. Because you get that amazing yellow color. And it's in like this nice little package too, man. Whenever I was in Japan, and I know maybe some people get tired of hearing me talk about that stuff, but it's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome.
You see some like 50, 60 feet tall Cryptomerias, man, and it's just like, to go from that to this, that's why I love plants, man.
Yeah, man. It's wild, the variety and the kind of that scale and scope of variances that you can get within the same species of plant is really insane. I love the fact that this is a dwarf. I mean, you can fit this in so many places in your garden. If you got a little rock garden or maybe like a little railroad garden, it'd be perfect for that. I'm sitting here thinking I've got a spot where I'd like to kind of fill in and have just some pops of color. So maybe like 2 or 3 of these just kind of scattered throughout this little bedded area I think would really look nice. Great texture contrast. Now this was found in Oregon. It was a sport that was found in Oregon. So really interesting Cryptomeria for you guys to get your hands on. Great 2 gallon sizes on this as well.
Dude, this is like, I look at this tree, dude, and I say, man, this would go great in my scale miniature railroad garden, man. If you're out there and you love railroad gardens, man, I know you, the 5 people I'm talking to right now in this video, this is gonna go great in that, and it'll go great in anybody else's garden too. Dude, Acer buergerianum, Angyo Weeping. Mind blown, man. Weeping buergerianum. That's what's up. Gonna get a heat tolerant tree. It's gonna have some amazing fall color. It's gonna have that trident leaf, man. That, as they say in Japan, I believe they call it the turtle foot leaf, man.
Yeah, I love trident maples, and this is going to give you a weeping form of that. Now this is going to get out there really quick. This can get 20 feet or so and give you that crazy cascading habit to it. Check out some of the pictures we got on our website, man. This thing really, really leads into creating a unique shape. I mean, you could probably have 100 of these and not one of them would be the same shape. As you can tell, these have got some crazy shapes already starting at a young age. And these will continue to put on new growth and continue to mound and cascade and weep.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite buergerianums that I've seen. It's just really nice. Whenever I was in Texas, I saw these 2 giant forms of it, and man, they were so dense. I think what had kind of helped with some of that denseness, and they were doing some heavy prunes.
Right.
So whenever we prune, guys, that kind of forces this hormone into the plant that forces it to grow laterally. So the meristems and the lateral branching gets pumped up and it starts growing some side branches. I really think that this tree, you want to really focus in whenever you start growing it, focus in on getting like the shape how you want to be. But then whenever you get that shape to where it is, kind of start focusing on specific branches. Try to get a lot more lateral branching going on, because guess what? This buergerianum is going to look awesome whenever you have more of those beautiful fall leaves rocking. And the one in Texas, it was just completely full. It looked like an amazing little, this beautiful fountain of Angyo Weeping. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting to think of the Acer buergerianum weeping types. Kind of reminds me of like the Ryusans in the maple world, you know, and this is the same way. I mean, you can stake these, you can kind of play with the shape on these and create a unique style in your garden. And like you said, as they get older, you can kind of refine that and allow in the winter months to kind of see inside and see that structure inside, that weeping habit. I think that would really elevate this cultivar even more, to kind of the way you style it, the way you kind of lay it out in your landscape and create some unique designs with it. I mean, a very malleable tree. You can create so many different shapes with this. It's insane, man. Great weeping trident maple.
Yeah, I've seen this grow Texas to Oregon, bro. So
yeah,
this will probably work in your garden.
Tried and true. All right, guys, we got another amazing Japanese maple for you. One of my personal favorites. We got Acer palmatum Ukigumo.
Man, this is, I know I'm always saying this. This is one of the first trees that really caught my eye, man. And I mean, how could it not? Look at these pictures I'm showing to you right now, man. I mean, this amazing white color with a underline kind of sand dusting variegation that goes on. Very, very amazing. But hey, this one might not show you that amazing white color all the time, unless you put it in a good location in the garden. But yeah, I've seen this go from completely white to that sand dusted variegation and everywhere in between, and I still love it so much, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely kind of like, the weather. Some days it's bright and sunny outside. Some days it's partly cloudy, right? Sometimes you got a floating cloud in your garden. This thing will be crazy white. Like some of the pictures that we have is just insane to think about a plant being that white. But it can be conditional. So from year to year, you can have a little bit of variances on that. Some years it may be very white. Some years it could be kind of partial. And some years it could be a little more in that kind of that green realm. It depends on the kind of conditional and seasonal things going on in your climate. But this one is definitely high on my list. I think for a variegated plant, I think a lot of people kind of have this fantasy of this plant, and it definitely lives up to the hype, man. When you get a good floating cloud year, man, I mean, this thing really puts on a crazy show in the spring, kind of gets into those green realms in the summer, and then fall color. One of the biggest underrated features about this tree, I think. I mean, everybody wants to talk about the spring, and then it's like if the spring doesn't happen the way they want, then they're disappointed in it. But man, in the fall, this will not disappoint you. Bright oranges and yellows in the fall. I love this tree.
Yeah, I think this tree is one that I need to get one. I'll be honest. It's like I've been waiting for so long, because like I didn't think I was ready for this yet. It's like you want to get these when you've got your locations kind of dialed in.
Right.
And I mean, I think I'm ready, man. And these sizes are like actually so amazing.
Yeah.
Still, like how this tree holds on to its variegation in September.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
pretty wild.
there's still variegated leaves on the bottom. And, you know, it might be Ukian. It might not be Ukian and Gumoan, but I mean, there's still variegation on that. And I just love, like, as that orange starts to creep into that leaf, man, and you get that play of that splotching yellow over top of, like, that orange, dude, like, it just looks magical. Like, it literally looks like somebody caught fire in a leaf, man, and it was just like, bada bing, bada boom. And then, sand dusting variegation, man, like, so underrated in my opinion. I feel like, you know, we get hooked up on like some of those, you know, the Arino Nishiki style of variegation, the reticulated style of variegation. Sand dusting is like, just gives you just so much visual interest. Literally no leaf is the same. And Ukigumo has a strange twisting on the leaf habit too. It's one of those trees where even if it was green, completely green that year,
right,
you could tell it's a Ukigumo.
Yeah. Definitely one you need in your collection. Big 1 gallon sizes for you guys today. Pick you up an Ukigumo.
Guys, from a floating cloud to a snow cloud, got an amazing Ginkgo biloba snow cloud right here.
I think this is a really cool plant, guys. We got the Ginkgo biloba, been around forever, prehistoric plant. I always talk about that because to me, I think there's a significance to that when you're thinking about adding really special things to your garden. I mean, these plants have been around forever, so to be able to have that in your collection, I think is really cool. And then this one brings it to a whole new world of variegation, very stable. This is kind of that sand dusting kind of variegation that you were talking about with Ukigumo. Really, really interesting kind of play, the way that variegation goes into that ginkgo leaf. Kind of mutates the leaf just slightly, gives it a little bit of like kind of out of the ordinary Ginkgo biloba leaf shape to it. Kind of morphs that and creates a different texture on it. Really cool though, man.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at it. I think through variegation, you like learn so much about like the structure of the leaf. Like we were talking about those reticulated varieties. But I love how, yeah, that sand dusting. And then plus it's got like, I guess, what people call striations.
Striations, yeah.
So it's just like you can tell how the veining runs inside the leaf. And I think that's so cool, man. It's like, why not get a tree that shows you how like the tree works in certain ways? And I love that too. It's like variegation really does just let you look at, just take a little bit of a deeper look at what's going on underneath the hood on a tree. And I love ginkgos, man. I think they really have such a nice place in the garden. Being such a hardy tree, really not taking no crap at all, man. Right. Just soaking it up, and like that's why they're still around. You know, it's like they're a hardy tree. They're back. They used to exist in the United States and in North America, and they made it back. And this is going to be great in your garden. It's really going to play nice with Ukigumo, honestly. I mean.
Yeah, I really think this is going to be kind of a very versatile in most landscapes. Just kind of a medium-sized ginkgo. A lot of ginkgos can get out there, man. They get really good size. This one's only going to get to like 6 to 8 feet in 15 years. So it's going to be a medium-sized ginkgo. Almost a dwarf when you consider how big ginkgos. You could almost call this a dwarf ginkgo for sure, but kind of a medium-sized ginkgo. They'll get out there and give you some really, really vibrant variegation. And I think that's like this plant. I think when we had the whole set of them in the greenhouse, we were trying to find these. And it's like, wow, man, you have this like whole bank and sea of snow clouds, and it just looks amazing. Kind of made me think that I need to get one of these in my garden, bro.
That's wild. Snow cloud.
All right, guys, we got a really nice size for you today. This is just a straight species Acer pseudosieboldianum.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this tree kind of lurks in that kind of Euro-Russian kind of area. So it can handle a little bit colder temperatures. This is definitely going to be one for those zone 4 areas. I know a lot because it's going to leaf out a little bit later than a lot of the other maples, which usually means it's a little bit more cold tolerant, a little bit less risk adverse to stuff like frost and deeper freezes.
Yeah, and actually, and so those of you who live up north, I mean, definitely one you want to add to your collection for sure. It's going to be a more cold tolerant variety and still give you that kind of ornamental style of Japanese maple for your garden. What I like about this is that not only is it going to help in those like really super cold climates, but also in those climates who are a little more mild, but maybe you have late spring freeze risks involved. We have those a lot here in North Carolina. So this one leafing out later, I think that helps a lot. Sometimes you get those late freezes in the spring. This will kind of help prevent some of that. They have some of the best fall colors out there. You can see this thing just starting to slightly throw out a few little fall color on these leaves. It's about to put on a show, man. These things get really, really colorful. Lots of variety of colors on these in the fall.
Yeah, dude. Last year I was walking around the greenhouse, dude. I about to go to the hospital, man. My neck, I was turning my neck so quick, man. Whenever these reds and oranges really captured my attention, walking past the greenhouse. Like I wasn't inside of it, dude. They were kind of sitting near the aisle, and you could just see it, man. There was probably maybe 12 of them, 15 of them, and they were just lighting up the show. I had some customers I was walking around at the time, and I was like, how can you get this out of a straight species tree, like, so consistently as well? It's just, it reminded me of cultivars of Japonicum, like that Indian summer, like that Yamakage, where it just has these beautiful picked up colors on a little bit of a larger leaf too. I think that really helps play into it. Really consistent as well. I'm excited to see the set kind of just slowly start to grow and turn into that beautiful fall fire that we love out of these.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you guys to get one of these. So, I mean, if you're looking for a maple that, you know, maybe this year you're like, dude, I need something that's going to put on a great show, a big finale for your garden. We got some great sizes of these, and they're not quite yet in fall color, so you get one ordered, get them into the house, get them planted out in the garden, and it will put on a show that will not disappoint you. Acer pseudosieboldianum.
All right. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess this Japanese maple.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one y'all have never heard of before. It's Acer palmatum Mikawa Yatsubusa.
If you got that wrong, you might be new. But this is a classic Japanese maple from back in the day. I believe it was an 1800s introduction, early 1800s. And I mean, I think it really tells you just how awesome it is to be growing it in the good year of 2025, man.
Yeah, man, this is one of the most popular Japanese maples out there. I mean, it's hard to keep this in stock. I mean, there's such a craze in the world of like seedling of Mikawa Yatsubusa, and it was all those spring interest ones. But this is the OG, man, keeping it classic, keeping it old school. I love how you get just so much consistent green that you get. It's like the green machine, the green monster, right? This thing always is so consistent with its presence and color. And then the structure on these, that tight, dense, layered habit that you get out of Mikawa Yatsubusa is so wild. And all of them just have a crazy shape. We were just admiring the one that you kind of see behind here glowing in the background. Beautiful specimen back here. And then we got a 10-gallon size available for you guys. I mean, it's crazy, man. We rarely have them this big. Great shapes on all of them, man. It's a nice set of these. We're excited to be able to offer a 10-gallon Mikawa.
Yeah, and disclaimer, please do not comment other plants that this looks like in the comment section down below. It's not, guys. Come on, YouTube's going to take this video down. But this is such an awesome tree. It evokes so much emotion out of anybody. I think there might be really two sides to it. Some people just fall in love with it, and some people they might be a little, they're like, whoa, like that's funky looking. But I mean, most of the time those people come to the other side anyway, just because, I mean, it evokes an emotion, man. I mean, it has such a presence in the garden, and I think that's why we love it. And a huge one of these is like, I mean, you're pretty legit if you have a relatively large size Mikawa. And I mean, seeing this thing in fall color, it's over, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Bright oranges and reds in the fall on this thing. And they really light up because they're just so dense, you know, so it's like just this huge palette of color in the fall. And just, I mean, these 10-gallon sizes, you plant this in your garden, it's going to light up this fall and give you a great show. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today, man. Me and Corbin's over here today in the gardens, just chopping it up, talking about all our favorite plants, hopefully your favorite plants. So make sure you pick some of these up today here at MrMaple.com.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty awesome 10 at 10. I'm going to have to maybe check out a couple of those other ones that, you know, are on that other half of the 10 at 10. But yeah, super great. Remember, guys, take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.